Honestly, I wish he would have finished the track just so that the loop wasn't so unsatisfying. Hello, everybody. He still could, I want to believe. Hi, everybody. How are we all doing today on this amazing Tuesday?
Shay, your more femme voice is my NB voice claim. Also, do you prefer handsome or pretty?
I don't know, either's fine. Thank you for the 2 months. Voice claim. I've never heard somebody describe. Actually, I shouldn't say that because one of my friends DM'd me and says, "You're my Chris voice claim." And I was like, what does that? I've never heard of this word before in my life. Seems to be a recent term that has popped up. Hello, I'm initiating the 30-minute trial period to see if I will follow you. Be funny, good luck, and hopefully you earn my gracious royal follow. I saw that post. That was fucking unhinged. Hey Shay, I doubt you'll see this, but I just want to say you're my biggest inspiration behind starting to stream. Your streams and my videos brighten my day, and I hope stream goes well. Thank you. And I did see it, by the way. That's very kind of you, and good luck. Hope you enjoy what you do. You are Chris. Put the soul back in. No. No. Yeah, I seem to have picked an interesting time to start reading Homestuck. See, I started reading Homestuck and immediately all this shit started happening. It was me. They were waiting for me. Yo, Gooner Jesus 9000, thanks for the $1 for Trans Lifeline. Great name, question mark. Yeah, that's about how I feel. Shay, you're the reason I got introduced to Undertale. That's crazy. I'm glad I introduced you to my favorite game. Yeah, it's kind of cool because people who like watch me read this in the future, like if you're like a VOD watcher or something like that, or if they like get into it because of the video I plan on making, there'll be like an actual official way to read the damn thing. They won't have to use like UHC or anything like that. Do you prefer Deltarune or Undertale? ¿Por qué no los dos? I imagine this isn't on topic, but I want to ask if you've ever played One Shot. Yeah, I've played One Shot. I really liked it. Your video essay about time loops got me to play Instars in Time, and now it's my favorite game of all time. I can tell by your Twitch handle. Do you think you'll stream or even play Silk Song? Oh, I'll definitely play it. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it, though. Have you ever listened to the Homestuck albums? I've perused them occasionally. Yo, did Twitch, like, do something with the viewer numbers? I've noticed, I didn't want to say anything about it, but I think they did something because, like, everybody's viewer count is, like, way lower than it was a week ago. Is it just because fucking college and school started up and shit? They got rid of bots? Oh. Because I noticed, I looked at, like, the whole following list I have, and I was curious about it. I mean, everybody's fucking viewer count is way lower than it was. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. They got him. Keep your flag unironed? I wasn't planning on ironing it. Shay, I'm your only subscriber who watches your videos. All the other accounts are my bots made to think that there are a lot of people watching you. I knew it. I knew it. Bad news, he's alive. Who are you talking about? Who could you be referring to with that statement? I think I'm gonna fill up this blank space in my wall right here by putting by nailing Spamped into a cross. I'm so sick of this motherfucker not sitting upright, so I'm gonna nail him to a cross and hang him right here, right in this little negative space. Why do I have a notification on the Cal account? What? No fucking way. I just got a notification on the fucking Calamity Mod Twitter account from my own tweet.
Guys, I've run out of jokes. I'll looks inside pack, Homestuck. Anyways, I've been drawing for most of the day of Lo-Fi Shay and hopefully I can finish that today, lol. Hope the Undertale fan in you doesn't take over when you start reading Homestuck.
Oh, it's too late for me. I'm terminal.
Well, Shay, hi.
Yo, Angel Hollows, thank you for the 18 months. Appreciate it. And also, Mute Rat, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate you. Shay, how long do you think this series will take? The series is so long you aren't even 1/10 of the way through. It'll take a bit. But, couple of months, I imagine. Not all the pages are created equal either, you know? Some of them are, like, animated and shit. 8,000 pages? It's like 6,000, but sure. Oh, is it 8,000? What? Oh, it only showed 6,000 for me. That's strange. 8,130. Damn, that's a lot. Yeah, let me stop looping this and get a new song playing. More words in the Bible. Truth nuke. Which means I'm gonna need one of these. Hi Shay, this is my first stream. What's up, Lava Dragon? Hope you're doing well. I wish I was at home doing art right now. Why aren't you at home doing art right now? What are you, busy? I'm a slave to capitalism? Damn, unfortunate. This Twitch chat has taught me that it is possible to backseat Homestuck. Yo, what's up, Squiffer? Also true. It's so funny, dude. I didn't really think they had it in them. I thought it was just like a Balatro thing, but no.
First time I can tune in live for this. Very excited. Homestuck is very important to me unfortunately, and seeing anybody experience its horrors for the first time is always a delight.
Yo, Ruby Waves, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate it. Homestuck is important to me, unfortunately. Twitch chat could backseat watching paint dry. That's true. Has anyone tried backseating Shay while they're speedrunning? Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, there you go. I'll never forget. This was like when I was like new to streaming. Back when I had like 5 viewers and I was doing like Undertale speedruns. I remember getting to out of the Undyne fight. I was headed into Enter Lab on a speedrun. Somebody pops into my chat and says, "Hey, you probably don't know this, but I just wanted to tell you, Alfie's gives you the answers to the quiz show questions." Wink emoji. And I was like, of course, I think the way I played it was like, "Oh, thank you so much for the advice." And I was like, "All right, let's get into the quiz show." And then I skip it with the punch card. And I was like, "So where's that quiz show at?" And then they never spoke ever again. Oh my god. Quiz show? What quiz show? That person was Toby Fox. No, it wasn't. I've never had the honor of having the Flug Radiation Twitch account be in my stream before. Maybe someday. Shay, can I send you some music? Of course you can. Hi, Aspie. Hope you're doing well. I hope that someday he shows up in my Twitch chat. In the same way that he showed up in that random fucking comment section for one of the off tracks. Did y'all see that? That was a couple months ago now. But we just like randomly on the Flug Radiation YouTube account that had been dormant for like a decade. Someone was like, "I can't believe Toby put shreddage guitar in my off soundtrack." And he replied and said, "It's literally not." Bro was so deeply offended by that statement that he was like, "I'm gonna come out of dormancy just to say this shit, bro." It's really funny. It was really, really funny. I approve of that. I would be so embarrassed if he said that to me. Yeah, lesson learned. I mean, you should know what you're talking about before making claims on the internet, I think. Goof morning to you too. And then he deleted it. Yeah, because people started noticing it. I bet you he saw that people noticed it, and it was like, okay, I don't want to have people. This is something I struggle with a lot as somebody with like a large following. It sucks sometimes because you don't even get to like defend yourself anymore. Because if you ever reply to something or quote retweet something or just point out something and say, "Hey, no, I didn't do that shit. That's wrong." it's going to turn into, oh, the big person with the big following got mad at me. This is an irresponsible use of their platform, and they're going to get harassed. And I'm like, but I don't even get to say anything. Like, it sucks. I don't get to fucking defend myself, man. That's why I like being a D-list person online. I can call people idiots with no consequence. Yeah, you lose that once you get a bigger following, and it kind of fucking stinks, because if somebody's mean to you, you just have to ignore it. And, like, you should be ignoring it. But every once in a while, I mean, you do want to fucking, stand up for yourself. Say, no, you know what? This is bullshit. But you don't get to. And that kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. It really fucking blows. You have to make a secret alt account. I already have one of those, but it's private. Nah, I don't really. I only get this urge every once in a while to, like, respond to people. I just don't like. Usually if someone is being stupid towards me, I'll just, like, ignore them or block them or something. Which I had to do a lot of the other day when I posted a picture of myself. Because there was a lot of interesting choice remarks. Now, I sort of expected when I saw the number that tweet had, I was like, oh, yeah, there's going to be some transphobic people. What I didn't expect was these little fucking insect parasites to crawl out of their little holes. This fit is so ass. How dare they express themselves? The fit is so ass. First of all, your fits fucking suck and you have 10 followers. Clearly nobody likes what you're wearing, dog. 25,000 people liked mine. So, I don't know, man. I think you're the stupid one. I'm just out here enjoying life. I didn't say shit to you. Some people really need to keep their fucking mouths shut, man. They're not gonna pick you, bro. All right. It's probably time to get started here in just a second. I like to usually wait for about 20 minutes or so for people to get in here. Completely unrelated Undertale Deltarune question. With the double Spamton item glitch, would you rather have 2 deal makers or 1 deal maker and 1 scarf? 2 deal makers. What item glitch are you talking about? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but if I had the choice of getting 2 Spamton items, I'd rather have 2 deal makers every day of the week. Typing quirks versus dyslexia. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, as somebody who's dyslexic, some of them can be really obnoxious. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make it personal towards anybody, but it is really annoying sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Act 5 is going to obliterate you. You guys are going to get to watch me struggle with it in real time. I can bear reading it, honestly. The hardest part is reading all the text on a white background. Thank God for dark mode. So true. Doesn't have the collection have an option to turn typing quirks off? I decided that I would only get something like that if I got to a point where I wasn't able to read it, like even with effort. So I will make that decision. Yeah, well, we will cross that bridge when I come to it. I am aware Homestuck has a lot of that, though. This is the best way that I can express myself. That's just leet speak. That's barely even a typing quirk. That's been a thing since I was a little kid. No, I'm talking about people who use like alternate fonts and shit that just look weird on my timeline, and I'm like, Got me locked in like... This is such a good cover, by the way. Shout out Second Narrator. I fucking adore their orchestrations. They are so goddamn good. They're so good. Yes. They are the best, really. Like, it's... I've been following them for years now, and they never fucking miss. Never once. All right, let me get the Deltarune Lo-Fi up, and let us do a little bit of progressing. The opposite of regressing. All right, where did my Homestuck folder move itself to? Oh, nope, it's in the same spot. All right. A few of my files moved themselves around because I turned off my monitor for like 5 seconds to clean it the other day. And that made my computer decide, oh, we're no longer in 2-monitor mode. So we're going to move all of the icons over, even though, you know how it is. Windows is the best operating system. That's so true. We love Windows. Allegedly. Okay. If my F11 could work, there we go. Okie dokie, artichokes. Let's get over to the 16:9 layout. And hold on a second. Let me zoom in. Okay, so if I remember correctly, last time we left off, what's this person's name again? This is WV? Was thinking about being the mayor of the little town of food cans. Wayward Vagabond. Ah, yes, WV. Monka Extreme VW mentioned. Virtual World! Oh, my favorite VFD Turbo. All right, let's see here. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors, and the concept of an orderly, civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and his people. Whoa, I got a good one out of that. That's funny. Oh, man, that might be the best joke in the comics so far. Holy. That's a good one. Okay. Anyway, it is also built on having a really great mayor that everybody loves, who's totally amazing and heroic and brave. Can we get this guy in charge, please? Don't compare my goat to him. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings and think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings? Damn, I picked a great topical place to leave up on last time. That's crazy. This is topical as shit. True, there should be no kings. Damn, between fucking ice in Undertale the other day and this, I mean, I'm just getting the FBI to show up at my house. All right, let's see. Explore west of Cantown. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of those purple strange storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. Use the glowing green rock to open the cans. That does not sound like a good idea. That sounds like a way to get you to blow up. You pick up the nugget of uranium and... Oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? What's the text here? Burp. Oh my god. Wait, they ate it? Oh no. Examine the box of crayons. It's chalk. Wait a minute. Oh, god damn it. No! It's all Homestuck! Just wait till you see the next page. It's chalk, numbnuts. Inside the box, there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the... 10 pieces of chalk in most colors of the rainbow. You are excited by the... No! It's all fucking Homestuck! All the way down! Are you kidding me? Dude! This is... I'm sick. I'm sick. Try to open the storage box. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. It looks like they've got the kernel sprites all over them. I remember the name. I'm smart. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Examine the contents of the yellow container. It looks like a gasoline container. The container is full of motor oil. Close enough. This does not seem useful to you right now. Rescue that poor lightning bug. Lightning bug. Okay, chat. Question. Do you guys call them lightning bugs? Well, we have an ad break here, so. Do you guys call them lightning bugs or do you call them fireflies? You know what, actually? Let's do some democracy. We have a minute. Name of bug. No, not name of bud. I don't know who bud is. Fireflies, lightning bugs. All right, I'll give you a minute to vote. No additional votes. Let's go. All right, get them in since we have an ad break here. As soon as Twitch wants to roll the ads out anyway. Oh my god, it is... Oh my Jesus, this is insanely one-sided. Oh my goodness. I think this is the most one-sided poll I've ever done in my Twitch chat. Holy crap. Dude! Dude, it's so one-sided! It's 268 to 15! 271! Oh my god! It's a slaughter! It's a total, in just a minute, it is a complete slaughter! I'm saving that as a screenshot. Hold on, that's crazy. Wow. 279 to 17. 94% of my Twitch chat says fireflies. Damn. Maybe they were right about getting rid of all the bots. That's like the most that's like the most poll participation to viewer number that I've ever had in my life. That's crazy. Holy shit. That was a slaughter. Bubblers? Oh, are we gonna do water fountain versus bubbler? Because I'm gonna tell you, only people from like fucking Wisconsin call it a bubbler, or like some sections of New England. All right, the ads are over, so let us continue. Rescue that poor lightning bug. There is nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you, it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of democracy. I am from Wisconsin, and even I call it a water fountain. It's a thing in Wisconsin and in New England specifically. Because Deltarune is in Boston, like 1,000,000%. There's even a town in, like, out the outskirts of Massachusetts that looks exactly like Hometown from Deltarune. And, like, considering Toby Fox grew up in that area. He wasn't born there, but he grew up in that area. Which is, I would consider somebody from the place they grew up in. Like, if I was born in, like, California and then moved to Florida when I was 1 year old and spent the next 20 years of my life in Florida, I would tell you I'm from Florida. I know, crazy fucking shocking concept to some groups of people. Shay, stop reading Iron Your Flag. No, why do you want me to straighten a pride flag? God, a bunch of fake people. Use the chalk to draw some roads. Let's go. Oh, God. Jesus, Vagabond. What are these what's this infrastructure, dude? Look at all those unprotected turns. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, my God. You haven't even thought about your traffic flow. This is like baby's first city's skyline city. And they're all one lane. God, now it looks like I'm looking at some, like, one of those, like, indie YouTube channels that makes videos on how every road should be a one-lane road and how that will solve traffic, even though you kind of need 2 lanes on a lot of different roads. Listen, He's trying his best? Yeah. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares. Thoroughfares? Okay. For your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Gee, I wonder why. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth. You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. Oh my God, it's all Homestuck! You color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason, none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. Use your own... You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. I forget these are all, like, comments suggested. Why am I in, like, Narnia, by the way? What's going on here? Oh, not that far. There we go. That's better. Use motor oil to designate the commercial zones. Ugh. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young can trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. Peel the label from the can of mayo and affix it to your sash. It's adorable. That's really good. Survey the surroundings in search of more terrain. It seems you have run out of territory for your westward expansion, but there's still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render the bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. It seems they also ran out of the right color because they had to change colors halfway through here. You have decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet which orbits around a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites, you have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think. All right, so we have a planet with a erupting volcano, kind of gear-looking thing. I don't know what that is. And a black hole. And on the southern wall... John, what are you doing? On the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there is an ominous planet. A moon circles this one, too. Check that rampaging boy on the screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You'd almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Turn on the other 3 screens. You have no idea how to turn these on. There is no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboards. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor. Press tab. Why does it have the fucking... Why does it have a Mac keyboard? What the fuck? Not the fucking Mac keyboard with the command button, dude. Oh, fuck this layout, by the way. Who at Apple was like, yeah, let's switch up. Alt is next to spacebar, dude. Don't change that. Yo. John Homestuck. So true. It's the only thing they had. Fair enough. Oh my god. Soda. Soda. Oh my goodness. Consume several cans. You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbue like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary. You wonder how much sugar can fit into one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. Imbibe? I've never heard this word before. Imbibe. To imbibe means to drink a liquid, most often an alcoholic beverage, or to absorb and assimilate something like knowledge, ideas, or information.
Imbibe.
Verb formal, often humorous. Interesting. Also, tab. Dude, it just dawned on me this was a real thing. I completely forgot. Do they still make tab? Let's find out. Tab soda. Discontinued in 2020. Yep. I forgot all about tab. Man. Sorry, Homestuck. Welcome the rest into the city. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Can Town. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They're just cans. Damn. Hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. Oh, it's just all of them. Mr. John, I respectfully ask that you please stand up. Tab contains no sugar. Oh, I've never actually had it before, so I just remember seeing it in stores. Use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. You scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you. There aren't many more. At the top of the list appears to be the very first command. Oh. It's the server. Switch to? No way! I have one of those. Whoa, no way! The Switch 3 and the Switch 4, no way! Homestuck predicting the next 2 Nintendo consoles? See, it's crazy, right? Because everybody... About this point in time, what was this, 2010? We're in 2010 now. The fucking Wii phone image was popular. Have you ever seen the Wii phone image? I haven't. Hold on a second, chat. I gotta take some of you back to the days. Oh man, this is vintage. Oh, this takes me back. Hold on a second. Let me get this all for you. So, if you recognize this image. Oh, we're really taking a trip back in time. Now, I wasn't aware that there was a high-res version of it that somebody made. Terrible. Ah, classic. It's just as beautiful as the day I lost it. I don't recognize it. I need the song. Let the bodies hit the floor. Ah! God, that song was in every YouTube video back in the day, and now it can't be because it's copyrighted. Never forget what they took from you. Okay, you. Can you stop being weird and just cooperate with me, please? I just want to be in the center of my screen. There. No. Now it's not in the center. There. Perfect. Don't move. A muscle. Okay, anyway, you scroll up to the first command. Type switch to. Oh. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help? Is that really how that word is spelled? Why is it spelled with an A? Huh. No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor. Type switch 3. Ah. It's another one of those rapscallions. This monitor's locked too. You can't tell him what to do. Not that you really want to, since it just looks like confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. You have a feeling whatever's there would just confuse you even more. And you don't really care all that much anyway. No, I want to see! Type home. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Type reboot. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Huh. Be the mayor. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapaced fist. I didn't know that was a word. Which is to say firm yet polished and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down. Create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. No, I know what a carapace is, chat. I know what carapace means. I just didn't know carapist was a word. Create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. Oh my god. You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in phalanx across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chalked another one up to bold leadership. Ah, some sort of chess theory. All right, meanwhile, back to... Oh, this one has sound. Lead your men to victory. Oh my god, is it going to let me play chess? Oh. Oh, oh, go. Wait, what? Oh, they castled? Wait, what's happening? These aren't moves that you can make. No, that's not... What is happening? Checkmate. Okay. Anyway, that just happened. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Mourn the loss of Citizen Tab. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to near it when this happens. Minutes in the future. There, it's perfect. Though perhaps not as few implied by the circumstance. Oh my god, we have more characters? A Peregrine. A peregrine mendicant. What? These are fucking fake words. A PM trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestial ominous. I know it's a word. It means a powerful falcon found on most continents, breeding chiefly on mountains and coastal cliffs.
Peregrine.
All right, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's got mailboxes. All right, cool. Go outside and get some sun. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures, by which, of course, you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. PM's a she? Okay. I don't need 300 people to tell me. Streamer, remember your misgenders? Hey, they didn't tell me yet. How was I supposed to know? PM. Speaking of PM, where is she? She's not even here in my chat. Unbelievable. So-called best friend, probably at work or something. Pfft. Unbelievable. Yeah, what's up, Nebula? Hope you're doing well as well. The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Oh, well, that's not good. The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. LCD in the future? Ha! Funny. Curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. When you see it, what are we seeing? Oh, I'm on page 7. That was page 727, wasn't it? The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. That definitely feels like the wrong way to do that. Select the triangly fractal. Okay, Hussy knows that triangular is a word, right? Triangly. I could have just said triangular. What's all this about? This was a reader command? Okay, true. You know what? All right, this one. Where does it go? The triangly fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. You go through the door to find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in, while a clock was ticking down to something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there is something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall, there is another perplexing contraption. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable, where the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking the room. Also, it looks like there is a meter stick propped up there for some reason. Attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you'd remember to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife, it makes you want to... Oh, nope. No. No, Next panel, please. Thank you. It's not... Man, I love reading something from 2009 before they decided, let's put warnings about that kind of stuff. Anyway, examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what science is all about. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. It is one of the very few things that makes me actually, like, genuinely uncomfortable, yes. That specific thing makes me extremely uncomfortable. And depictions of it are even worse. What counter does this belong to? None. Him just poking this thing. Have you ever heard the story of the what is it, the demon core? Like the super like radioactive thing that will kill you if it's like improperly used. And this motherfucker, guy working on it, had it propped open with a screwdriver. He had it propped open with a screwdriver. Like the lid of it. And the screwdriver fell out, which activated the thing, and it killed him. Which, I mean, dude, why? Yeah. Guys will, you know, well-trained scientist, by the way, is like, oh yeah, let's just prop open the most dangerous thing that humanity's ever created with a screwdriver. What the fuck are we doing here, dude? Charles Darwin just like rolling around in his coffin. Let me out. Let me out. Press the triangle pattern. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. Those are words. You appurify a pumpkin. Not the pumpkin. Examine the pumpkin. It seems the mysterious gourd was transported, appurified, from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you are on. You are wondering if the machine, the Appurifier, will take any object that simply exists at whatever time and location you supply. There is a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it'll ever prove to be relevant in any way. Me when my foreshadowing is not thinly veiled? Devour pumpkin. You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the Appurifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Inspect the green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility with an X marking its center. Press the green button on the right. You push the button, all of the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. Fiddle with the dials. One way to find out would be to attempt to appurify something from this facility. It should have been easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you already have an uncanny knack for tracking the precise distances you've already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You will go with that. Yes, obviously. Inches. Appurify your trusty knife. You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. Are you kidding? It actually says, it doesn't clarify what measurement. That's great. That's great. That's great. I love it. Absolutely excellent. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You appurify your trusty knife. Appurify can town. You nudge the numbers a bit more and appurify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium after all. De-appurify the pumpkin. Does this machine look like a de-appurifier to you? Honestly, the idea that an appurifier could both appurify and de-appurify things is so laughably ridiculous, you would wish someone would de-appurify your brain and re-appurify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Yeah, this is me all the time. I do this quite often. Shaman art on my timeline, yes! Oh, I'm retweeting that 100%. Ah. Oh, is that why you're Shay? Yep, the name Shay comes from the Pokemon Shaman. That's a very cute Shay, and the art is cute too. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. Jeez. All right, continuing now that the advertisements are over. Use the trusty knife to carve a spook schema in the pumpkin. Ooh. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you carve off the top, exposing a decadent cache of gorgeous, seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Move the spirograph switch. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph-shaped indentation and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn it. Appurify Firefly out of the amber. We did it! They're free! You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Adjust the time dial to Appurify Rotten Pumpkin. You and Serenity, aw, that's a cute name. You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the Appurifier. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you are not really sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty, rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the room hours ago. It seems the Appurifier cannot appurify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin appurifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. What? Okay. Appurify the grate over the entrance to the facility. Ghostbuster. So true. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was witness to all of your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows that the timer is about to expire. It is time to get this show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Oh, that's cute. That's clever. Hasten to the exit post-haste! Ah, okay, go, 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 go. And make sure I talk over this, because apparently all this Mark Hadley songs are super uber copyrighted. They keep getting all of my VODs demonetized. All right, hit the switch. Pumpkin, knife, make the thing. Yep, finally. Okay. Is this really necessary? Oh my god, it speaks in Morse code. This is incredibly silly. All right, they're gonna go. Woo! Woo! Uh-oh. What happened? Did they run out of energy? Psych! Oh, wait. Unpsych. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5 times cliffhanger combo and fail. We're doing it, man. We are making this happen. Ah. Escape. They've made it. Cinema. Whee! What the? Oh, they're on a rocket. What in the world? They've just taken off on the Homestuck rocket. A continent westward. And years in the past, but not many. What? A tree? Huh? Oh, that was the glimmering thing. What? What am I watching? Volcano, temple, frog. Okay. Oh, shit's getting real. Oh my god, Dad escaped! It was the trick handcuffs! Oh shit! And then showdown with brother. All right, we're landing now. Next to the big frog temple. Well, that was a lot of stuff to process. That was a whole lot of stuff to process. So much shit just happened. Okay. The end of Act 2. Ooh, boy. All right, well, let's start Act 3. I had to watch this one a few times. I think I understood generally what was going on. It was kind of fast, but I was getting what they were putting down. Act 3 is shorter than Act 2. Interesting. Dear John, Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. Oh, how long is this? Okay. The Colonel amuses men marginally less sauced than he is on a sweltering Mississippi evening. In true Sassacre form, he puts his astonishing, these are not real words, intake to use with a textbook execution of Butterfinger solitaire. Dear John, you are no doubt reading this. Oh my, okay, hold on a second, they have the text here. You are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the man grit needed, there's no way that's a real word, needed to lift the book itself as a sign of maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I'm so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I am afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some. Though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day, when he and you are ready. But it is a journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world. And once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty and a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites. Of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather. The heir of breath and the seer of light. The knight of time and the witch of space. And together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know of for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Nana. P.S. Ho, ho, ho! The night! No! It can't be. A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is incredibly likely that she tired herself out with the... Why is the pumpkin here? Anyway, tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls often known to do. Yep. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her. But since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Enter name. Farm Stink Buttlass. I guess her name is Farm Stink. Wake up. You try to roust Farm Stink from her slumber, but she is really down for the count. It looks like she's holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from... They're right there, in plain sight. Look, they're flashing red. Drop the pumpkin on Farm Stink. What pumpkin? How this fucking joke is just gonna run forever, isn't it? What pumpkin? Oh, this is when it was yoinked. Okay. You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it's hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor, sweet Farm Stink. Read the note. Farm Stink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is... Try again. Jade. Bang. Examine the room. Oh, hello. Good morning, Jade. Examine the room. Your name is Jade. You have just woken up from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything in your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is a deep passion for horticulture? What is...
Horticulture.
Horticulture, the art or practice of garden cultivation. Oh. Huh. Okay. I didn't know there was a word for that. What will you do? Play a silly flute refrain. Loading. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a game. You know what I'm trying to do. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time. Especially, to your unending chagrin, any sort of large orange gourd that might be laying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Capture log the flute. Oh yeah, we have this again. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute, and there is no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need some practice. But before you capture log the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first. Throw down hat and discuss. Another problem sloop reference. Ah, classic. Set the modus. Roll over above with the mouse. Oh, okay, hold on. What the fuck? You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You were really excited when your grandpa bought you this Modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if he's a little strict. You typically opt for the memory Modus when it comes to matters of day-to-day practicality. So we've got Boggle, Pictionary, Monopoly, Yahtzee, Clue, Connect 4, Jenga, Battleship, Ouija, Guess Who, Operation, and Memory. Fucking Boggle. That takes me back. Holy shit. Oh, these take me back. Oh, man, I haven't played a game of Yahtzee in like a decade or two. I think Monopoly and Clue are still relevant today. Most of you probably played Monopoly before, I imagine, right? We used to play Clue a lot. It was Colonel Mustard in the laboratory with the pipe. And Jenga, I think everybody's played Jenga and Connect 4. Guess Who's an old but classic. Operation. Always loved Operation. That one was fun. And Memory's classic. Battleship. Battleship's so funny because, like, it's so antithetical to real life. Where, like, the big, expensive ship is the worst one. And the little tiny rowboat, that's the fucking goat right there. Select Memory. You set your modus to Memory, then capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for all of your needs at the moment. The modus grabs 9 more cards. Oh god, you have to play Memory in order to access your inventory? Oh Jesus, that would be so inconvenient. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards, then mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick 1 card, then pick its matching card. For the typical Silodexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on your first try. Squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It is an awfully silly idea and is basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun. Look at her go. You capture log the bag of fertilizer. Consult the colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. So you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Capture log the pumpkin growing next to you. What pumpkin? Oh my god, it actually worked this time. You snap up that pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. There's that fucking word again. That's the Sebastian Wolf word. It is a pretty good word. Oh yeah, no, it's an excellent word. I just think of, every time I see it, I think of ephemeral reproductive display exploitation. Exit this room. Oh, it's a spiral staircase, I see. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Capture log something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You pick up a juicy red crab apple. Oh my god, it is all fucking Homestuck. Stop it! Stop it! Ah! You go pick up a nice looking key lime. Then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. Me too. I loved mandarin oranges when I was a kid. Still do. They're really good. I would always have them in the slices. My mom would always pack them in my lunch. And finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Eureka! Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Go upstairs to the bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. Oh, you have a fucking teleporter. Oh, that's the symbol from earlier, too. You transportalize upstairs. Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. They're back. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorphological persuasion. Whew! You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics, and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of precognitive prognostication. That's a word right there. Whoo! You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize that this is only half of your room and is therefore host to only half of your interests to choose from. Explore the other half of your room. Over here, there are yet more articles of your aforementioned interests and then some. What do we got here? We got like a nuclear fucking chamber of some kind. This looks like something out of a Nile Red video. A bed, guitar over there. We got guns. Ooh, oh shit. Yo, she's packing heat. All right, I respect that. Little squid squishy thing, flower pot. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game-hunting firearms. You are a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphologically persuaded or otherwise. Anthropomorphically, not logically, I don't know where I added that in. Anthropomorphically persuaded or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistency and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist. Oh, wow, there's so many words. Explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know. But in spite of all of his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on the way out of the house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, or foyer, I don't know, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. Yeah, what's up, Jade? Archaeologist? Yeah, I don't know why I was going like archaeologist. That's not. It's archaeologist. Ugh. Words are difficult. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Beckquirrel? I'm just going to go with Beck on this. This animal must be fed and will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you really should dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now, what will you do? Quickly retrieve firearms from the wall. Ooh, she went with the hunting rifle. Let's see, we got a hunting rifle, a harpoon? Looks like some sort of just pistol revolver type thing. And this looks like the revolver that shoots 4 guys evenly spaced. You equip your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Wonder why the design on your shirt changed. Oh yeah, it did. There isn't much. Oh, it did it again. Oh, it just does that. Okay. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the Wardrobifier on its randomization setting. The anti-Weezer cannon, yeah. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. Capture log the nearest Squiddles doll and hug it. Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and 2 of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. Yeah, that's, playfully. Tangle buddies, Tilda? I know what you are. This is innocent? Yeah, it definitely is. You capture log the Tangle Buddies. Lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh, she's gonna kill us for this. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous... Holy fuck. Extremely safe for children's use with the magnets. Yeah, it was... Hey, look, it was 2009, all right? This was back in the day when they had the creepy crawlies, which you would make by putting them in like a fucking oven. Like they had a little like crucible. You would melt the plastic in and then smush them together to create the little like bug made out of rubber. I mean, it was literally melting them down. That shit could reach like 400 degrees. Oh, you can never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads trapeze up your stairs. Okay, we have an ad. Are we... Okay. Furry propaganda. So true. Yeah, see... When I was growing up, toys were unbalanced, right? Because they had to like ban the creepy crawly thing because too many kids were like burning themselves on it. And it sucked because when I grew up, I grew up AMAB, right? So all the boy toy, all the toys for boys, it was all these little like dinky little like G.I. Joe action figures and all these little plasticky things. And meanwhile, the girls, they got easy bake ovens. I wanted an easy bake oven. Why couldn't I have one of those? I want to cook fucking brownies for myself. That sounds awesome. Meanwhile, I get fucking little dinky plastic G.I. Joe that doesn't do anything. We didn't get shit. I will say, the one thing that we got that I liked, you ever get those little like dino capsules, and you'd put them in the water, and they would grow. I thought those were so cool. The little like sponge dinosaur thingies. Those were so cool. You put them in the water, and the cap would dissolve, and then they would... That was so cool. Ah, classic. Don't say boy toys. Yeah, I fixed the phrasing as soon as I said it, all right? You know what I meant. Come on. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads trapeze up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber as the... What the fuck? What is this word? What?
Sopor.
It has given me not English. Sopor seeps from your eyes. They detect a sharp pair of ears, cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites. One of those ears suit you? Why not this proud, long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words slow from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now, a force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright. That farcical yoke, the bipedal toe, it is now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation, but not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and you don't even care. The author's barely disguised identity? Question mark? Was Andrew Hussey trying to say something? I mean, it's one thing to write a character as a furry, but this is vivid, bro. This has to come from somewhere. Pick up your toys. Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your Manthro chaps. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Cockskull? What a name. However, will you be received at the Barnyard Gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthro chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop trow? What? Okay. He's using words I've never heard before. This is crazy. I thought my vocabulary was good. Trough. Yeah, that's what okay, trough. Looking cute today? Thank you. A vaccination kit, huh? Damn, I can't believe Homestuck aged this poorly. Not for the reason I would have liked. Organize all of your dolls. You gather all of your dolls into a rather cozy looking pile. Change the Wardrobifier setting. You deactivate the Wardrobifier's randomization mode and set it to cycle through these 3 shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion. Oh, it was a vote. I see. Trough is like a manger. It holds animal feed. Look out your window. Oh, what a beautiful view. Next to the more furry stuff. It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over... Oh. Oh. I see now. Ha 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 ha. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. You are not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he had the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you can remember. You've chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for the eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean Okay, that's good. He got me. He got me with that. That was good. Oh, shit. That's a +2. That's good. She's so normal. Fire writing. Good bit. Good bit. Good bit. Good bit. I will give you that one. I like that there's just no hesitation in this. Retrieve fursuit from magic chest. What is this nonsense about fursuits? You do not own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still just be a silly girl draped in a raggedy, synthetic, tufty piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Crazy. Anyway, it is not a magic chest. It is your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are completely bogus. Internalized furry phobia. Crazy. Insane, and in 2010 is wild. Open the chest. Oh, goodness gracious. 8-ball. Problem. Among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items. A crystal ball plus compulsory velvet pillow. Okay. A tarot deck. I imagine that's this. A magic 8-ball. Yep. A magic cue ball. That's that. And one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sooth. Problem Sooth. Among the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make the long trip to the kitchen. There is a cookalizer. Okay, I had to think about that one for a second. For preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which is clearly a wacky variation on the much more common household item, the refrigerifier. Examine the magic 8-ball and magic cue ball. Bless you, thank you. Might have another one coming in a second. These things are stupid and useless. When the magic 8-ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. This is in its reply when you ask if it is your friend John's birthday today. See? Stupid. You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device, and always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you, and anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you are a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You put both of these pieces of junk back in the box. Capture log the refrigerator. You take the refrigerator, you might as well grab the cookalizer too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take your lunch top too, because obviously you're going to be using that pretty soon. Whoops, there goes your flute, but who cares? Feed your friend. Before you go out to feed Beck, you will need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cards to use the gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside while providing a few generous hints. No. Warmer. Warmer. Cooler. Cooler. Cold. Warmer. Yes. No. Cold. Ice cold. Warmer. Warmer. She's so silly. You have selected the key lime. Way to go. Try again. Oh my god. It's not that difficult. Yeah, okay, there you go. Damn, the Homestuck sucks at matching. Hot? Wait, no, cold. Really cold. Frozen fucking tundra. Take another crack at this. Congratulations, you advance your matching skill to the new level. Yukon Hero, Legacy of the Frostbite Amputee. That's crazy. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Yukon Hero, Legacy of the Frostbite Amputee. That's insane. This guy fucking sucks at memory. Okay, one more time. If it were known in advance how terrible you were going to be at this matching game, the author may have given a second thought to preparing this cool interactive Flash application. Look at all these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. Fruits on the loose? That's just my Twitch chat. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Stick fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits were unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they're stored, but you stick them in anyway. You take a look at the refrigerator's rotary interface. You wonder what he's in the mood for today. Press the steak button. Okay, well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Beck is in the mood for because he is in the mood for steak every day and is never in the mood for anything else. But he does like his steak well cooked. Look, Mark.
Mark, look, I made a steak.
A steak?
Oh, cook, irradiate, explosion. Lightly irradiate the steak. He does prefer his steak rare after. Oh! Okay. Whew! Never mind, I take it all back. I was wrong. I was wrong. Look, I made a steak. All right. I was wrong. Hold on. Let me dial up one of those shitty YouTube apology videos. I never thought I'd have to make one of these videos. I have made a serious and continuous lapse in my judgment. Unfortunately, I don't have a dog or a ukulele, so I can't do either of those. He does prefer his steak rare, after all, but you will not dignify the thought of turning the knob much further because you're not... Oh, nope, bad word. Okay, time for an admission, chat. I like my steak medium. I know. I'm a medium steak truther. Like on a scale of rare, medium, well done. I tend to order medium. Because I notice a lot of steakhouses, if you order medium rare, they give you like rare. It's weird. And I like steak sear, but not too much sear. Because if you sear it too much, then it becomes this unchewable mess that you sit there and chew for like 40 minutes before you're able to actually swallow the thing. But I like my steak medium. You capture log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste more time. You wouldn't want all those nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Examine the atomic base by your bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity. Virtuosity. That's not a way to phrase that, right? Is that actually a proper way to say virtuoso? Yo, Pluey, thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Also, yo, Charon earlier, thank you for the prime. Totally missed that. Same with you, Rolling Librarian. I appreciate it. You've tuned the strings way down, of course, because your stumpy arms can't reach the low notes. You switch your eclectic bass to its advanced setting, but you promptly switch it back since obviously that's too complicated to play in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming. And since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casual jam is exactly what you're gonna do. What is this advanced mode? It's got 2 guitars, a mixer, a guitar coming out of it. Play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. All right. Cook. Yeah. Ooh, she's got the sauce. Hold on. Oh, wow. The house is so high up. Airdrop. Now you see it. Yeah. It's the Big Frog Temple. Capture log the base. You take the portable amp from the wall socket, too. Open your lunch top. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushie pile before getting down to business with your computer. Low-key, I agree with that. You ever have like one of those big bean bags that you would chill on with like a laptop? Oh, those were peak. Get down to business. What the fuck? Huh? Whoa! I wish I had this. This will be gaming in 2012. Activate Pesterchum. Hey, look, John is online. Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Bless you. Thank you, chat. Look at all these people under Troll Slum. So obviously we have John here, ectobiologist. Rose is TT, and Dave is TG. But then we have all these people. Carcinogeneticist, Arachnid's Grip, Twin Armageddons, Terminally Capricious? Is that a word? Pester John. GG began pestering EB. Happy birthday. You greet John, but he does not respond. He is undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes, which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. See if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. It does not appear so, but you just never know with such a crazy cool and guy. Such a crazy and cool guy. So cool. Hey, oh, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chumped by your...
Coquettish.
Coquettish. Behaving in such a way to suggest a... Oh. Oh. Flirtatious. I see. Damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say, like I'm the Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my chump Dr. Baton. No, hold on a second. This is kind of Assistant Director of Chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumping Wait, weak. Chumple Stillskin. Chumple Dipshit. Yeah, you're asleep? Yes? No? S is species. This is crazy. Baboon, kangaroo rat. If kangaroo, oh my god. Well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're non-awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer fursona here. Like, I don't know, a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint. Some like... back-arching Cirque du Soleil looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on, like I just dropped my keys in the dark. Nimblest son of a bitch who had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face for a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble open on my lap and primed for goddamn bear. And you're gone. By the way... What in the world am I looking at? Tempered Steel. Hey, you just wanted to give you this remix I finished. Here. Sent. File explore remix.mp3. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow. Oh my god. Open Fresh Jams. Oh shit, we got music. You open the Fresh Jams media player and add Dave's remix to the playlist. Ooh. Alright. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Sounds like cave story music. What the fuck? Rediscover fusion. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Crystal. Oh, wait, this one's kind of a banger. I like this one. Yo, Bunko, thank you for the 3 months. Best way to celebrate 2 months with Homestuck. Alright. Oh, I like this one. And egg, we have the new Explore remix. Alright. Wait, I just realized that's Alex Rossetti. Like, I just realized who. Oh my god. Yeah, he helped with some of Deltarune's music. I need a hand. Okay. Kind of banging with this. Alright, not too bad. Open Echidna and go to mspaintadventures.com. MS Paint Adventures. You open your web browser and visit MS Paint Adventures. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. Looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. End intermission. What the fuck? Oh. Ah, the fourth wall destroyed, annihilated. Midnight Crew. Oh, this one has a loading screen. Ah! Wait. Go back. Hold on, we have an ad. This would be a terrible time to do this. Hold on a second. Yo, later, Plu. We have a good one. All right, we will wait until the non-subscribers in the chat are freed from their shackles, their prison. This prison to hold me? Who's your favorite character so far? I'm not sure, honestly. I kind of like all of them in their own different ways. I mean, obviously we haven't had much time with Jade yet, but she seems goofy. John's a little silly. Obviously, like Dave and Rose, I think the most out of the two so far. And then Vagabond's fun. All right, now we can proceed. Now that you guys are free from ads. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. All right. Oh, we're going down. Oh, the ace of diamonds. The ace of clubs. Club. Balatro, the ace of hearts. And the ace of spades is that John's dad? Casino. Explosion. Oh, okay. The felt. All right, we're beating him up. Oh, okay, we just got guns now. All that was for... Yeah, beat the fuck out of that guy. Midnight Crew. Cool. You've killed a little time, but still no sign of John. Pester Dave. Hi, Dave. Hey, sup? Not much up with you, bro. Hee hee. I think we read this one already, right? Yes, this is an old one. All right. So this is what's happening. Dave Strife. All right, beat the fuck out of Cal. Let's go. Oh, missed. Oh. Oh. What the fuck? They're so fast. Huh. Dude, his brother's so fucking fast. Look at him go. He's just darting around all over the place. All right, well, Dave's getting the shit beaten out of him. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll let him have fun with that. Oh, Rose is online. Pester Rose. I require a font of frighteningly accurate, yet infuriatingly non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Haha, yes, okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you'll lose your internet connection soon, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter. Enter? Yeah. This is what I was talking about. This was the itch that needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable. It is limitless. What did you want to know? You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game that you didn't know the name of. A game you'd said I'd get in the mail and did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse, and I can't catch John at his computer. You don't even have the game yourself, and on top of all that, my internet is unstable. So, are you sure today is the day? There are a lot of challenges, but yes, I am sure. Dave is cool. You know he'll come around when the time is right, and he just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It will be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. How does she know all this stuff? Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think little of the blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moreau over there on Hell Murder Island, but honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Haha, dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what it is to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is, and most importantly, you will have your questions answered, but they will be the ones you haven't thought of to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave, you'll see. It will be fun. Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Take care, Rose. Be the other girl. You are now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Ooh. You ever just pick up your dead cat? Yeah. Does Shay do a no to avoid showing those pages? Show what? Poor Jaspers. Jaspers deserved better. Descend. Oh, wow, that looks spooky. Find my pages. Stop being the other girl and go pester John again. The ones you haven't thought yet to ask. Just be patient and brave, you'll see. Oh, we're here again. You spent enough time now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. There's a nude lady on the magazine in the intermission. Okay. If you can just give me a heads up when that is coming. You spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Ah! Strive! Go, John! Fuck him up! Look at him go! Oh, Sassacre! Oh god, he's getting the piss beaten out of him. Oh shit! Oh! Alright, is this where it loops? Okay. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration. Damn, he just fell for it again. Fell for it again award. Also in the future, but years, not hours, under bare white branches, a sentry wakens. A what? A sentry, you say? It's on page 1328. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, so we weren't even going to get to that today. All right. All right, back on the game facts page. Some stuff about captcha codes and punch card alchemy. Oh, wait, who is this? This is a different writer. Is anyone actually reading any of this, or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive and playing the game, or if anybody even really cares about what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff into this FAQ if anything occurred to me, so I guess I'm doing that. I figure at the very least it will be a good reference for just us to use. But Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of this whopping stupid horse butt. Whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes on the back of captcha log cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Sburb has exploited them for in-game purpose. Every captured item stamps the card with a unique code, and a gizmo in Sburb called the Punch Designix will punch a unique pattern of holes in the card which is derived from that code. The punched card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with my amazing hacker skills, I noticed a trend. The whole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the captcha code to binary, and then the binary pattern is punched, where 1 is a punched hole and 0 is an unpunched slot. So here's the table just to be clear. 0, 0, 1 is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. A is 10, B 11, blah, 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 blah. Question mark and exclamation point are 62 and 63. There are a couple oddball characters, exclamation point and question mark at the end to bring it up to 63. 0 through 63 is 64 total, i.e. 6 bits. Because the binary representation of the CAPTCHA code characters are 6 bits each, which have a range of 0 to 23. So, for instance, the CAPTCHA code for the hammer is NZ7U N6BI. Look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary of 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters, and you get this. Okay, that's the pattern that'll be punched on the card, but the bits are arranged top to bottom, left to right in 4 columns. Like this. Top to bottom, left to right in 4 columns. Oh, that's weird. Or punched on a card like this. Okay, wow, that pretty much looks like shit, but you get the idea. So to combine 2 items, you just overlap the 2 punched cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through, so it's sort of like a bitwise AND operation on both cards. The new pattern gives you the code for the new item. For instance, combining the code for a hammer and pogo ride gives a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to that. That whole pattern went on to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad you have no idea. I've also wondered if you can combine items in other ways, like a bitwise OR. This means combining the cards to get more holes, not less, i.e. the new pattern has a hole for every hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card, like two codes, 1 card. I've got to try that sometime. But there are some mysterious things about all this. First of all, with all the hole slots, there are 48 bits in total, which means there are almost 300 trillion possible codes. And 300 trillion sounds huge, but when you consider it is supposed to account for all conceivable items, including the wacky combinations of stuff, it suddenly doesn't seem that big. This leads me to believe that not every combination of item has a viable duplicate. But this is kind of obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards that will produce either a blank card with AND or a totally punched card with OR. So there are a lot of dud combinations out there, and many that will just lead to the same pattern. Like, for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray, but for that matter, a shoehorn and potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. So weird. Whew. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with either much fewer holes or much more holes than ordinary items, which will occupy the vast, meaty middle of all possible patterns. It is strange and counterintuitive that more complex objects have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. But all this sorta makes me guess that the system can be cracked in some way. Like if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler item components from it, there might be some algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing down the possibilities. There might also be ways of charting through the simpler patterns on both ends of the bit spectrum and pinning down the ones that will make cooler stuff. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing somehow, even though she doesn't have my elite hacksaw cred. Too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. Oh, wow. This is the kind of world-building info dump a neurotypical mind could never conceive of. Punch card calculator. Oh. Huh. Interesting. That's cool. We can punch our own cards. All right, cool. Chat says Wii phone. I don't actually have the image URL for that. I have it downloaded, so. Continuing onwards now. SN. You enter the laboratory. Look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. Yeah, where's Gaster at, bro? I'm Wayne Gaster. Ah! It looks like the... Oh my god. What do you mean the stupid city planning was foreshadowing? What do you mean? It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Transportalize as far down as you can go. Oh, we're Jade again. Okay. This is far down as you can go. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies, and you just don't think he would cotton to someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of his trophies now. He has like 1 million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Ugh. They're watching. Proceed. Do what? Yeah, do what? I'm sorry? You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travels. These are pretty cool, you guess. Keep going. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. How could you forget about a stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Don't stop. What? Decrepit mummies. Is this the joke I think it is? This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front window of a beauty parlor, a sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guess they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look up to them. They are all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Eclectica. That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Bro's a freak. Complete your descent. I'm old. Who the fuck? You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You have to cross through it to leave the house. Looks like someone's pestering you, even though you thought you logged off. Ah, carcinogeneticist began trolling. Hi again, idiot. Oh no. So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? You can leave me alone. How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you? And after I logged out? You don't get that I am better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid. I get that you're a jerk and you should shut up. Goodbye, you jerk. Okay. Look at that kiosk. Hi again, idiot. Oh, meanwhile, back at Rose, we've got... It looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance. Or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous. And also if that didn't sound like a idea given the circumstances. It looks like a sort of... It looks sort of like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Hi again, idiot. Me to my friends on Discord. True.
Attempt to plug laptop into nearby hub. Yeah, it was certainly 2009. You forget how, like, commonplace this word was back then. You just threw that shit around. It was so normalized back then. As an autistic person and extremely neurodivergent in general, I am very glad that this word has become so uncommon now in comparison, because it kind of sucked how common it was.
I mean, I literally could say it if I want to. I can reclaim it, but I don't want to.
It seems like a lot of people are big into, like, oh, you know, let's reclaim this, and I'm like, no, I don't feel any urge to bring this word back. I would rather it just go away.
I don't get a sense of pride from referring to myself as this, so. Not in a public space, anyway. Attempt to plug a laptop into a nearby hub. Oh, no. Jasper, no! Great, you've just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Yo, Mythic, what's up? Examine the fetch modus. At who to who? Hi, Ash. Have you considered using a mod to get rid of the slurs? I could, but I've been told that the mod also removes some other stuff that it goes a little... I was told that kind of like ruins a couple of jokes. And to be honest, I mean, I'm reading this as it was released. It's part of the product as it is. I tend to try to analyze things as they were released because I feel like it's important to like look back and with something that is so clearly a timepiece like Homestuck is. You know, you look at it and you need to examine it as it was. No use in pretending Homestuck is something it's not. Yeah, exactly, right. Examine fetch modus. One of the best jokes in the whole comic is ruined by it. I heard about that, yeah. Examine fetch modus. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select leaf. You also turn off auto balance since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all of your items again in an order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Find the unlocked hub. Auto-balancing teams, I fucking hate. auto balancing. You know what game I'm talking about here. I don't even have to say TF2. You already knew I was thinking it. I can't believe it's still in the state that it's in. The fact that it chooses high-scoring players is like one of the most baffling, fundamentally just questionable, stupid, fucking pig-headed design choices of all time. Why? Why does it pick players at the top of the team? Why would I want to be auto-balanced when clearly out of everybody on my team, if I'm at the top of the leaderboard, that means I'm the most committed. I've put the most work into this. Why would you rip me away from it at the last moment and force me into a losing scenario that I myself created because I was top fragging? Like, it's so fucking stupid. There is no defense for it. There is no conceivable argument that doesn't fall apart. I know some people have tried to make YouTube videos of why it's a good thing, actually, and those people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ah! As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is. Hub SN Lab 0413. SN. I don't know what that is. I assume 0413 is the date, right? It's April 13th still in this universe, I think. It is unlocked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. You pick the laptop leaf from the tree. Oh, excellent. You plug your laptop into the hub, then captcha-log the hub and the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? Ah, Skynet. That's what SN stands for. Skynet Laboratory. Unestablished in... Unestablished. Oh, it's a doomsday counter. It's another one of these ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one may have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. Again in the future. Another timer winds down sideways. What the fuck? It's turned into the final enemy from The Incredibles. $1 million jumps in perspective, please. All right, we have a big one coming up here. So we're going to wait for the ads to roll here. Actually, this is my first time tuning into a stream. Welcome aboard. The Omni Droid? Yeah, that was the name of it, right? How are you? Hi, PM. We missed you earlier. There was a character called PM in here, and I was like, that's Bestie, and you weren't here. I'm going to grab a drink refill, chat. I'll be right back while the ads run. Give me just a second. Oh, forgot I left. Shay turned into a chair? No, don't be ridiculous. I would never turn into a chair. I don't want to be sat on. I think Homestuck is best experienced without any mods because it is a timepiece and is accurate to how it was. I won't shame anyone for not wanting to read slurs, but that is my opinion. Yeah, I think I agree with that. No, like I said in the video descriptions for this series, if like people need those kinds of things, they exist. But personally for me, I like to experience things as they were released just for the, you know. Just for the, you know, to really gauge how it was when it came out. Especially for something that's as much of a timepiece as this is, you know. If it was like, you know, playing a game in a low resolution, that's one thing. Like, obviously, I will like play old games in higher resolutions or whatever, but for something that is like so indicative of the time period it was made in, you know. All right, let's continue. The ads are over. Abscond. Can't abscond, bro. Round 2. Fight. Oh, they're, look at it. Look at them go. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. They seem evenly matched. Holy shit. This is so over the top. I love it. Ooh, kick down. Gets right back up. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, but he read it so far in the future. Oh, the disrespect elbow. Knocks him up. Hits him with a Cal Blast. Down the stairs. I warned you about stairs, bro. It keeps happening. I warned you about stairs, bro. It keeps happening. What does? You don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking. Look around for anything else of importance. This looks like something of importance. Those... Is that my IP address? Oh, shit. I just got doxxed by Homestuck, bro. What is this fucking Gaster timeline machine thing? God, it's like the timeline machine thing that that Handplates has in it. Wait, is that a Homestuck reference? Oh fuck. It appears to be Skynet's primary session terminal, monitoring a great number of SBURB sessions in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. Holy callback. I know, right? Dude, I read all of Handplates. Like, I got to see it finish, and I was like, Jesus, this is crazy. I've been reading this for, like... I had read that comic for, like, the whole entire runtime. Like, the whole, like, 5 or 6 year runtime. It was so cool, actually getting to see it finish. That last panel is god tier, by the way. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The colored dots on the map appear to be the meteor impact sites. It seems each session corresponds with a meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. The color of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. The red dots indicate meteors that have already landed. Red tiles are impassable. Yellow dots are imminent collisions. Green tiles will impact later, and blue will be the longest to touch down. Brown tiles smell like shit. And pink tiles don't do anything. Step on them all you like. Red tiles are impassable. You use the panel to center on your present location and zoom in. Surrounding the lab are, of course, the hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say how precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on oh my goodness, excuse me, chat. I'm so sorry. Size, time of impact, location, and so on. That was the Baja Blast talking. Shay, attempt to read the entirely mundane words suspicious and among without freaking out challenge. Don't say that to me. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine only their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a U.S. city. The biggest by a landslide is, luckily for the Earth you suppose, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The ring, is that the size of the meteor or the size of the impact? Because if that's the size of the meteor, that's not lucky for the Earth. That will cause the extinction of all life. If that's the size of the meteor, then everybody on the planet will die from that one meteor strike alone. I mean, you don't even need any of the other smaller ones. That one alone would annihilate all life. Turn on your laptop and check on John. Why do I have a ping in the Twitch Discord? Oh, apply for front page. Don't think I need that. You already know what Earth looks like in the future? Yeah, but like the sun would be blotted out. Do you know what an asteroid collision of that size, that magnitude would do? I mean, it would expel so much shit into the atmosphere that it would blot out the sun for decades. Yeah, that meteor is larger than the one that killed the dinosaurs, and may I remind you that like coated the Earth in ash and essentially annihilated all like life bigger than this that needed sunlight. You plug the laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to the wireless signal the hub is broadcasting. Your Sburb session reconnects. Oh God. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on one of the roof platforms. You have to navigate via the Sburb interface to find him. I wonder where he is. Ascend! Whee! Ascend! Oh! Go, John, go! Boing, 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 boing. Oh! Fuck him up! Oh! The blue laser beam from the Nana in the corner, who has the Sans Eye death laser for some reason. And Rose coming in clutch with the refrigerator, catches it, hits John with it, knocks him out, but then he gets put into the oven and saved. And out he goes, flipping and just styling all over these guys. What is happening? Oh! What a cool move! Oh, he's dead. And the oven shooting cookies. Yes! Oh my god, that's so much shit. There's so much grist and the purple thing, which name I can't remember. And there's also these gray blobs and shadow crystals. Shale, thank you. High five, Nanakin. Yeah. Good work, John. Oh, hey, you're back. For now, I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there's another large meteor headed for my present location. Oh, so you mean Dave connected with you? Not yet, I'll explain later, but I think I've determined that activating the timer in the game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as a kind of warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence. Okay, I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant? Probably not at the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go. Okay, later. P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone. Climb that echelon. You rocket up the echelon to the dizzying heights of the vaunted Boy Skylark Run. Your new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved, and alarmingly fashionable. When I hear the word Skylark, I just think of I think of Chip Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents, and then I'm out here all thinking do 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 do. My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth, shiny teeth. My shiny teeth that twinkle just like the stars in space. Collect fat loots. Oh my god. Speaking of timepiece. Jesus. PHAT fat. Yo, PK, thank you for the 3 months. Undertale fan learns how to read meow 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 connection terminated. Hello, Shay. If you still even remember that name. Yeah, thanks for the 3 months, PK. Appreciate it. You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. You are still not sure what all these boon dollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such insane loot hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. Stonks! Stonks! Pick up as much grist as you can hold. Your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. You gather up 2,260 pieces of build grist, 1,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will just be barely insufficient to produce. What? Mercury? Mercury's poisonous! Oh god, there's grist littered down there too. Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric... Huh? I'm sorry, what's the flavor name? Is jammed in the hole on the platform. That's that one right there. You guess there's only one way to get it. What a crazy flavor name! Fucking wild, dude. What in the world? All right. Oh, we get more Nana Sprite. John, don't forget your... what voice did I do for the Nana Sprite? I'm not gonna lie. John, don't forget your book. It is your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages. Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana, Yes, dear. Since I am trying to get up to the gate, and since you can conjure floating beds and throw me around and all, couldn't you just throw me up to the gate? Yes, of course, John. But that would not serve your purpose well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it, and then keep building. It's because you need to get good at Fortnite, John. You need to crank 90s. You better be cranking fucking 90s. Oh, okay, I guess that's what I figured. So one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is with a clear explanation, you can give me a series of really coy riddles about it and then sort of giggle? John, you are a very fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you. I'm so proud of you both. Haha, I guess. When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin. Ho ho ho! I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere, we find a place where a kingdom lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness. Chapter 4? Bro, we're in the dark sanctuary. Ah, I see. This is where they have John's dad. Easy. He's so angry. You are now. Oh, we're PM now. We did it, chat. We're PM now. OMG. OMG! That's oomph! You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column which extended through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? Check mail. This message to Dr. Brenner looks pretty serious. Open the envelope. Never. The mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor. Just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland for that matter, the mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of civilization. Wait, hold that thought for one moment. The mail is the one final hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold toters of all of those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise to the yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, mail. Examine the keyboard and the screen. It's the terminal you used to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looks like it has now returned control to you. The default viewpoint displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command, home. Type view. You type another one of the previously entered commands. It then switches to the view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There is a heavy amount of video interference of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you. Greetings. Oh God, PM types like my fucking mom does. Don't I know you? Oh, God. Explosion. Unestablished in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Refuse to acknowledge the absurd T-set. You successfully disregard the T-set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. It looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here, though. Wear the scarf. Be the rider. Okay, maybe you'll do a little messing around. You are only human after all. Ah, what's that? You are accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. Resist the great urge to take the wedged shale. Kitty. Oh, kitties. Resist the great urge to take the wedged shale. He looks so disappointed. He looks so sad. You know you should grab this thing, but... You are suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room. With all the scampering around, it almost slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns. No use putting it off any longer. There is only one thing left to do. Give me a D, give me an E, give me an S, give me a C. Jump down. No descend. Wario! Scamper into the grand foyer with wild abandon. Last scamper! You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why. He always insists on keeping it so dark in here. Oh look, it was one of his dumb globes. These things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world going on adventures and stuff. Lousy, goddamn, stupid globes. Arm yourself. Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need, another one of his blustering, mustachioed diatribes. You are rolling your eyes in advance, getting them warmed up. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out the front door, and you will be scot-free. Examine those chaps on the sofa. These are the Manor's 4 distinguished house guests. They all like to gather here by the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. It's all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen when you try to sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up, and your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fire to give you a good spook. He is so predictable. And there he goes. The old man has the flame. Oh boy, are we doing more fucking... Bro, I got a ticket for the big game. It's sports. Dog, I am so jealous. You know I love the big game. Oh yeah, and there he goes. The big man has the rock. He's driving so hard. Through the paint downtown. Alley-oop for the slam dunk. You suppose you could... Oh, well, this is kind of a cool animation. You suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you're fast enough. Avoiding an encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually intense. Leap dramatically across the divide. She fell asleep. Whoops. You guess an encounter with him is almost certain now. But most likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Oh, let's say... Dave. Aw, snap. That's just a statue. A grieve. She has so many moves. Yes, I am going out with this gun. No, I will not get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. I can't even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly deadly gun, and it shoots with a lot of incredibly deadly bullets. Oh, will you just stop it? I am going now. Goodbye. Heart. Abscond. He was so much easier to deal with when he was alive. Oh, I didn't expect that. That is a stuffed guy. PM, miraculously survive. Oh, I unlocked a page. Oh, I see. I've unlocked commentary. Peer out the explosion hole. The mailboxes, no! Oh. Refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. You fail miserably. Oh, look. There's some more mad science crap over there. Insert a coin. This weird arcade gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore, assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins in the fridge, remember? On the fridge, yeah, that's true. Let's play a game. This doesn't appear to be a game, it appears to be an Appurifier. Screw around with the Appurifier. You mess with the controls. Hey, Jasper's alive! Or at least he was in the past. According to the timestamp, this was almost 9 years ago. You try to move the crosshairs with the joystick, but it seems to be permanently locked on a specific target. You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this thing. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jaspers were having one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress, though, because Jaspers was no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant. What a word. You possibly jotted this phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait. Could this be that day? Cause a time paradox. You attempt to purify Jaspers. This would surely cause a time paradox because you can plainly see that he has not told you his secret yet. But it seems this machine has a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible purification practices. The paradox ghost imprint of Jaspers appears instead and quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine, besides, it sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some sort of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is being evaluated by the device. Look at the cat. All right, we have an ad here. Big stretch. Oops. Yeah, I was wondering why you deleted that. Oh, fuck. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I'm having a good time. I am, but it's nearly 2 a.m. I think I am going to call it soon. I just need to find a good place to, like, stop it. Yeah, I'm glad, Rinshin. All right, let's continue. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though. The good news is that it will be mercifully unestablished along with this facility shortly. This is also the bad news. Whoever was operating this machine in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Have a flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch what happened right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds. Jaspers reveals his stunning secret to you in strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanishes into thin air. You now believe you understood why. However, you were not the one to Appurify him from this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple weeks after he vanished, his body washed up along the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she insisted upon. Trace Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. You roll the clock forward to a week after he vanished. It seems there was no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as you found him. Fast forward to now. Oh no. Jaspers, no! Was that a dolly zoom? Oh. The funeral. War of the Worlds, but with Rose instead. Imagine her, like, reacting in the bottom right corner of all this. It's you! It's you! It's you! It's you! Jaspers, no! Oh, what's this? Ride. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? How hungry? Be the rider. Look at her go. Ride. This is cinema. Incredible. This is absolute cinema. Rose Rancher? Stop this. Nay. It's Jaspers. He's alive. Well, okay, he's still dead, but his body is intact. Turns out if it wasn't some sort of disintegratificator like you thought, it's more like an escape Elizer. Appurify Jaspers immediately. Oh, Rose, you have 10 seconds to live. Good thing you finally got all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash the dead cat and scray. I don't know what that word is. Stop fooling around and transport Eliza out of there. Pretty decent escape utilization. All right, this seems like a good place to stop. All right. Another successful session. All right, I appreciate you all stopping by. I'll go get this exported to the VOD channels post haste. Gamers, you should join my Discord server if you haven't. Go follow me on Twitter if you haven't done that already. And I will catch you fine folks tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful night, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out and having a good time. Bye, Shay. Yo, bye, Heretic. Let's see. Who's strumbumbling right now? Yeah, my boy Adaf is streaming some Pokemon, so go say hi to him. All right. Tomorrow's normal stuff. More Homestuck on Thursday. You know the drill. All right, I'll catch you all then. You all have a wonderful night, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Bye.